హాయ్ హలో అందరికీ నమస్కారం. సక్సెస్ ఇన్ ఏస్ అకాడమీకి స్వాగతం.
We would like to discuss about digital communication system. So first we see that what is a communication system. Communication means transfer of information from one place to another place. One place to another place. This is called as communication system. Or else one point to another point. And also we can say it as one transmitter to the receiver. So here we can say that for communication we need a transmitter and a receiver. So the communication is two types. First one is analog communication and second one is digital communication. So analog communication means we can transfer the analog information. So analog signal is, this is your analog signal. In analog communication system we can transfer only analog information. This is your analog information system, and this is your continuous signal with respect to varying with respect to time. And coming to digital signal means it is zeros and ones. Zeros and ones. The digital signal will be like here, and the analog signal will be like here. So analog means it is a continuous signal varying with respect to time. This is your time and this is your amplitude. But digital signal having no time and no amplitude, it is having just zeros and ones. So nowadays we are using only digital communication system. Why we are going to digital communication system? What are the drawbacks in analog communication system? So the drawbacks in analog communication system is it requires more bandwidth, and also the data security is less in analog communication system. So we go for digital communication system. In this digital communication system, the bandwidth is high and the data rate is very fast. We can transfer the more number of data, and also the security is also very high. And so what is the how analog signal is processed into the digital signal? In digital communication system also we can transfer only analog information. We are having information only in analog. Any information that should be analog in nature. So in digital communication system we can transfer the information in the form of zeros and ones. So we need to convert this analog signal into digital signal. We need to convert the analog signal to digital signal. Why? Because any information that should be only in analog in nature. No information can be directly available in digital, that is zeros and ones. So every information that should be in analog communication system. So in digital communication system we need to convert this analog signal into digital signal. So the process of this analog to digital communication system is, first one is sampling. And second one is quantization. And then third one is coding. Sampling, quantization, coding. These are the three steps involving to convert analog signal into a digital signal. So what is the first one? Sampling. Sampling means we are constructing this analog signal into discrete signal. So after sampling, this analog signal will be appear like this. These are your sampling values. So this is your discrete signal. So sampling is a process of converting your continuous signal into discrete signal like this. This is not discrete signal. Sorry, this is not digital signal. This is a discrete signal. So sampling is a process of converting this continuous signal into discrete signal. So here the time is x of nts, where n is the number of samples. These are your samples. This is 1 ts, this is 2 ts, and this is 3 ts, and this is 4 ts. Up to n number of samples we are taking that, so that it is x of nts. And next process is quantization. What is quantization? Quantization means rounding off each and every sample to a nearest distal level. To a nearest distal level. That means in quantization process, first we need to dividing this total amplitude into number of levels. For example, I am taking an example here. This is your analog signal. For example, this amplitude becomes, this is plus 4 volts and this is minus 4. Total amplitude is 8. So I am going to take 8 levels here. 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1 and minus 2, minus 3 and minus 4. These are your distal levels. First we are going to convert total amplitude into number of distal levels. I convert the total amplitude into, for example, 8 distal levels here. So for example, this is your sample and this is your second sample. First sample is at 1.2 and second sample is at 2.4. This is just an example. So quantization means rounding off these sample value. This is 1.2. Rounding off this sample value to a nearest distal level. Nearest distal level. So that means the round off 1.2 round off is 1. So I convert this sample into 1. And the round off is 2.4 into 2. So this becomes quantization. Rounding off each and every sample to nearest distal level. So 2.4 means the round off is 2 and 1.2 the round off is 1. This is about your quantization. Okay. After that we are having third procedure called as coding. Coding means we are converting these distal levels into number of bits. So for example, I am taking 8 distal levels here. So I am using 3-bit coding. All of you know that 3-bit coding 000, 001, 010, 011, 100 like this. We can consider 3 bits. We can get a coding up to 0 to 7 distal levels. Total 8. For 0 to 7 distal levels, we are going to coding with 3-bit coding. So if you go for 2-bit coding, that is 00, 01, 10, 11. This is 2-bit coding. 2-bit coding. So here I am taking 8 distal levels, so I am using 3-bit coding. So this 0, 1, 110, I am writing this as 001. 2 becomes 011, 0, 10, 100 like this. So in distal communication system, we are transmitting distal like this. So I am converting here this analog signal into complete distal values. Analog signal into complete distal values. This is your analog signal. This is your distal values. How can I convert these distal values? We are having 3 steps: sampling, quantization, and coding. Sampling means converting of continuous signal into discrete signal. It is a process of converting continuous time signal into discrete time signal. Discrete time signal means it just like here. Here I am converting number of samples is n. Ts is the sampling time. And then we are going for quantization. Quantization means rounding off this each and every sample to a nearest distal level. So in the beginning of quantization, we are going to convert your amplitude into number of distal levels. We are going to divide this amplitude into number of distal levels. Okay? And then we are going for coding. Coding means we are having, depending upon your distal levels, we are using the coding: 2-bit coding, 3-bit coding, 4-bit coding, any coding. That is depends on your distal levels. Here I am going to take 8 distal levels. That means I am going to take only 3 bits up to 0 to 7. Total 8 levels are complete here. So this is all about your distal communication system. How the analog signal is converting into distal signal. And next we go for PCM system, pulse code modulation system. PCM, pulse code modulation. So PCM is a process of converting an analog signal into distal signal. Okay. So PCM is a process of converting an analog signal into digital signal. So this is all about your PCM system. And the problem is in the PCM system we are going to transmit each and every bit. That means, for example, I am coding this sample into 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. So I am coding this sample 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. In PCM system, we are going to transmit each and every sample, that is 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. These are the sample values. In PCM system, we are transmitting each and every sample. That means we are transmitting each and every bit. So for this, it requires more bandwidth. The PCM system requires more bandwidth. Why? Because all the samples are having 3-bit coding, so number of bits are increases, the bandwidth is also decreases. So it requires more bandwidth. So after DPCM, after PCM, we are having differential pulse code modulation, DPCM. Differential pulse code modulation, DPCM. In DPCM, what we are doing is we are going to reduce our redundancy. We are going to reduce redundancy. What is redundancy? Redundancy means, for example, here I am going to consider 10 10. These are the same bits. 1010 is the same bits. So we need not transferring this 1010 two times. So I am going to transmit this. I am going to remove this 10 and 10, so that the number of bit sizes are decreases. The number of bits are reduces. So the bandwidth is also increases. So this is our differential pulse code system, okay, PCM system and DPCM system. So drawback in PCM system is the bandwidth requires more bandwidth. PCM system requires more bandwidth. Why? Because here we are transmitting each and every sample. That means we are transmitting each and every bit here. We go for DPCM system. So differential pulse code modulation. This differential pulse code modulation is also same. So the function of this DPCM is also to convert an analog signal into digital signal. But the difference is the redundancy is reduced in PCM system. In PCM system we are transmitting, for example here, we are transmitting 12 bits. In PCM system we are transmitting 12 bits of information. In DPM system, we are going to reduce our redundancy. Redundancy means 1010. This is same information. So we are going to reduce this redundancy 1010. So I am going to remove these 4 bits. After removing these 4 bits, we can get only 8 bits. We are having only 8 bits. So the number of bits are decreased in DPCM. So the bandwidth is also increased. Here the bandwidth is, it requires more bandwidth because here we are transmitting 12 bits. So in DPCM system it requires less bandwidth because it transmits only 8 bits. Thank you.